Hey everybody, welcome to the Etsy and face mask challenge webinar. So we want to know, how can you profit from this? My name is Will from PPC Coach, as you guys probably already know. So first things first, just make sure, can you hear me and see my screen? Just give me a 1 in the chat box if everybody's good to go. Oop, that's the wrong one. Everybody there? Got a bunch of ones. Okay, good. And stupid story, but I was setting up the training sessions, and I actually started one of the training sessions live, and I started doing the webinar, and I'm like, why am I the only person on this? But there's actually, I started the wrong webinar, so that's why I'm a couple minutes late. I apologize for that. Number two, it happens. Where are you located? Type in your location in the chat box now. Let's see who the furthest away is. So I'm in London, Ontario, Canada, about 2 hours from Toronto, 2 hours from Detroit. What do we have here? We got Texas, Minneapolis, Fremont, California, Madrid, Spain. All right, there we go. That's pretty far. Vancouver. Oh, we got even further. India, further for me anyway. Northern Ireland, San Diego. I've always wanted to go to San Diego. Heard it's beautiful there. Oh, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Right on. Atlanta, Foster City, California. Hello, fellow Canadian. Hey, John. Airdrie, Canada. You're in BC, right? I think. For sure. Awesome. Okay, so we basically, well, Alberta, sorry. We have people from around the world on this call. So that is awesome. I've got a dog that's got a squeaky toy here, and I'm going to see if I can get a kid here to take it away. Just 1 second. Sorry, I'm texting my kids, seeing if they'll help me out. Okay, there we go. Let's see if anybody responds to me. Okay, so let's dive in. Again, thanks for coming on. I've got a lot of stuff to show you as usual. What are we going to cover? 3 things. And this is going to start with what to sell. It's going to be face masks this time. So I was kind of on the fence about these, mainly because I didn't want to lose my Facebook ad account in doing so, because I'm still a little bit paranoid about face masks, because I'm not sure if Facebook really likes them or not. So I don't want to risk it. So I figured, okay, I know these things are going to be so hot, and I know they're hot right now, and I know that for the Christmas season especially, it's going to be like just gangbusters for sales. So I want to get into this. So I thought, okay, let's go back and figure out what we can do. And then I figured, you know what, let's hook it up to an Etsy store, and then we can put all the masks that we want on there, and we can all make a ton of money. So without risking our Facebook ad account. So this time around is a little bit different for my typical challenges, because usually I'm teaching a whole ton of Facebook ads and Google ads and YouTube ads. This time we're shifting gears. We're going with Etsy, and we're going to rely on their internal search algorithm to get us sales. And we're going to be selling like one of the hottest products like I've ever seen. If you see a lot of screenshots recently from big time sellers on Facebook groups and all that, this is what they're selling. They're selling a buttload of masks. And I know, like, whether you believe in them or not, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I'm here to make some money off them, because you know what? Our opinion really doesn't matter. We're all entitled to it, and I respect everybody has a different one, but it just doesn't matter at all. So let's just make some money selling them. And why not? They're not medical grade, okay? So that's not what we're doing. We're selling face coverings just because that's what the government's telling us we have to wear. So why not? I'm not a sheep for saying that either, so I hate those people. Anyway, how to sell them? We're going to use Etsy, and how to ensure your success. Now, of course, wouldn't that be nice? So, who is this for? Again, it's for people who have tried and failed in the past, people who need some inspiration, people who need some motivation, people who need some accountability, people who do not quit at the first sign of trouble, people who want to connect all the dots. And maybe this time around, it's for people that don't want to pay for traffic, because I know a lot of you out there haven't had much success with your Facebook ads yet. A lot of you have, but a lot of you haven't too. So why don't we give you something else that you can focus on and build, and have it just running in the background as a long-term endeavor that's going to do very, very well. Like, why not? Here's something. Etsy top sellers sold 21K. Like, masks or a dollar amount? I would say that's probably masks. But anyway, who it's not for: negative people, finger pointers, quitters, bad attitudes, and all around unpleasant people. So just reading the comments here, somebody saying, yeah, 21K masks, like individually. So I think we can do a bit better than that. Let's try and beat that number. So crazy times. I mean, the coronavirus is why we're here. It's unprecedented. People are scared. People are self-isolating. Never been through this. We're in like stage 3 in Canada of like coming back to normal. Should we stop? I don't know. We're helping people put a smile on someone else's face, and that's a good thing. So if we can do up a product that, you know, makes people smile, makes people laugh, makes them more comfortable. I can't tell you how many times I've been going to like the store here in Canada, and I'll be like, "Oh crap, I forgot my mask," and I got to run back to my car and get it, or they won't let me in the store. So I don't fight it. I'm just like, whatever. It's not going to hurt me to put something on my face for 5 minutes. But you're here, so I'm sure that you are in the right place. So if you stay until the end, I do have a special offer for you. But before we begin, like I usually like to introduce myself, but you guys are on my list. I think you know me pretty well. This time I'm not going to bother with that. So if you want to know more, go to my group. You can find out more. Ask me any questions you want. Instead, I just want to show you who I am and how I operate. I do practice what I preach, and I think that's what I'm most known for. And I do love helping others succeed. So I love showing the screenshot because it's Christmas last year. That's what I did. I plan on blowing away that number. Like that's a 116,000. That's wonderful, but I want to beat that. I want to at least double or triple that this year, and I think I can because I've got a lot of tricks up my sleeve. Well, not tricks, but products and schedules and ways that we're going to do this. So I'm hoping to do at least 6 figures on masks this year alone. So my ROI was about 40% on average, so it did pretty good. That was in 2 months. The point is, you have to make hay while the sun shines in a lot of these instances, and we're coming out of the worst time of year. July and August are the absolute worst time of year for print on demand. I still did pretty good, but I can't wait for September, October, November, December. This is where we get into the holy cow, this is awesome time. This is where you can really do really well and make a ton of money. So a lot of guys online too, they'll make 70-80% of their income in the next 4 months. So why not? Like this is just the best time. When we get this Etsy store up and running with masks, and it's sitting there all from September all the way through the Christmas run, holy cow, it's gonna be awesome. So what about recently? You know, people always ask me, "You still selling even with that coronavirus? How's business, Will?" And I'm like, "It's really good. I'm actually making like this is probably going to be one of my best years, honestly." So I should update this. I have more recent, but here's one for May 19th. So $1,141.29 profit. Yeah, I'm still doing it. That was 1,400 revenue, 569 expense, which is about 819 US, which I get to convert that to Canadian because I live in Canada. So 819 US comes out to 1141 Canadian. So that particular day was about 144% ROI. That's not typical. Usually it's about 40% ROI. But hey, I'm going to show you my best day, right? So that too, that's an evergreen product. That's not even like a Christmas thing or anything else. So if you want proof, here you go. There's a screenshot. This is getting closer to 900,000 now. I really do need to update this, but there's my 1,443 sales. That's on necklaces that I was selling, and a couple coffee mugs in there too, I think. There's my cost, 659.48, and there's my conversion. Google's really good for that. You can convert any currency to any other one. It's really good. So, do I have your attention? I hope so, because the key really is timing. Timing is everything. So the next big event, Christmas, is coming soon, sooner than you think. And I know a lot of people walk into Costco or Walmart and they go, "Oh man, why do they have the back to school stuff in July?" Well, they're getting ahead of the curve because they're not going to put the back to school stuff out in September. They're going to put it like 2 or 3 months ahead of that. And then as soon as school starts, we're going to start seeing the what's next one? Halloween stuff coming out too. As soon as that is near or almost done, they're going to get into Christmas right away. So you're going to have actually Walmart and Costco start Christmas stuff like 3 or 4 months in advance. So people complain about that, and I don't know why. We want to be ahead of it. We want to make sure that we have stuff in place. You don't want to be putting stuff up in November for the Christmas rush. You want to have it already done and ready to go in September so that it can sit there and just make you money. And with Etsy, it just sits there and makes you money because people are just going to search Etsy, which I'll show you in a minute, actually, how they do it, but works really well. So what will people give? What gift would be perfect? We can sell face masks to people who are buying it for themselves, and we can also use the gift angle too. And I'm probably going to be going with the gift angle on a lot of these because it works so well. So I love it. Now on Etsy, they might be searching for themselves, but they could be searching for gifts too. So we can set up our listing so that we cover both bases. So a face mask, it doesn't matter what kind. It can be stylish, funny, or mushy. They all work. And when I say stylish, I'm talking about like patterns. So you can have a Halloween face mask, and you could have like witches and pumpkins and black cats or whatever on it, and you can put it into a pattern, and you can put that on your mask and just sell it like that. You don't even need any words on it, and people will buy that because they like it. Or you could have like a cool um, plaid face mask, or like the bandana design. You can put that on there too. So it doesn't have to be text. It could just be like a pattern or a nice colors or whatever it may be. So who cares about that, right? What can you do? It's very simply get an Etsy store up and sell face masks on it ASAP. That's what you need to do. How? It's simple. Come up with an idea, get a design made, upload it, market it, and make money. Now, the marketing side is going to be done a lot by Etsy. Does that sound simple? I just summarized everything in like one slide. Well, there's a bit more to it, of course, but that's where I come in. I'll teach you how, support you along the way. I've put up about 3 or 4 Etsy stores in the past, and I'm going to start a brand new one from scratch to show you guys. So here's a couple examples of people in my forums right now that are succeeding. So here's a guy. Hey, everyone. Just want to thank Will for sharing his expertise and give us some motivation to forum members who didn't get started yet. I think I found a winner, made 400 and 198 invested into ads. So that's pretty cool. Him again, reached 3.5K with 50% profit. People are buying more than one. What works? Telling you what works. Some days are good, some days are bad. Kill the campaign in the bad days, increase budget in the good days. How I found the design, I checked. So there's all this information's on the forum. But the key is this fella scaled very nicely. Here's another one, $1,000 milestone, which was a huge one to hit for everybody. Just wanted to post a quick screenshot of my recent milestone, hitting $1,000 profits on Shine On. So I think that's fantastic. That is a great one. So in the forums, there's a section for success stories. I've got quite a few in there too, but I love reading those. They just motivate me and they motivate anybody else. So why tell you all this? Because it applies to this business too, to Etsy and face masks and all that good stuff. So there are more in there, but how did they do it? They got some help and they took action. So you could do all this stuff on your own, but it'd be a lot harder, which is why you're here. Maybe you weren't set up last year and you aren't going to miss it this time. Maybe last year you're like, oh yeah, Christmas is coming, but it's too early. I'm not going to do anything yet. And then you waited and waited and waited. And then Christmas, like prime time rolled around. All your competitors started like months before you and they were just gobbling up the profits. And you're sitting there still trying to get a store up or still trying to get designs up and test to find a winner. That's not where you want to be. Like you want to actually have all your winners in place when you're dealing with paid traffic. With Etsy, it's going to be a volume game. So you want to have as many masks as you can up and running on your store so that you're just getting sales. And I'll show you how, one question somebody had is, okay, you got these masks. I mean, I'm going to cover this later, but how do you actually fulfill them? Well, we have integrations that we can use with print on demand companies that will automatically take the order and start, get to producing it and shipping it like right away. So we don't even have to put the order in manually, which is really good. So that's why I put together the Etsy and Face Mask Challenge 2020. More on that later. Let's get into the training. So today we're going to cover 3 things, and then I'm going to make an offer at the end, like I always do. So number 1 is what to sell, which is the hottest by far product of the year, face masks. So like I said, funny, cool looking or mushy, it doesn't really matter. They all sell. This is something where you can use the gift angle or people will be buying it for themselves. And they're actually going to be searching Etsy for face masks. So it's just a matter of our design and our pricing being right, which I'll deal with that in a minute too, to make the connection so that we get the sale. So it is a volume game now. It's, with typically the stuff I sell is like a necklace and you put one up and you test it with some paid traffic and then you want to see which one works and you kind of go through, a couple a week, hopefully, to find a winner. With this, it's kind of like throwing spaghetti at the wall and you want to see which ones stick because there's really very, very little cost to get that up on your store. So you're not paying for traffic. In this case, you can afford to put some money into designs instead. And once you find stuff that's working, then you can make more versions of that and you'll just sell more and more and more. The more you put up, the more you're going to sell. So if you want to see a few examples, let's go online and see some face masks. So this is cool. I love doing this. Oh, we're drag this over. Make this as big as I can. So easiest thing is we can go. Well, excuse me. I'm gonna go here because I don't think Amazon allows these, but I saw this actually the other day. The face mask where you take a person's like nose and mouth and you put it on the mask. I think those are freaking hilarious, and we can do those very easily. So here, I didn't even think Amazon allowed these. Cloth, maybe if it's cloth, then it's good to go. Dust proof, full face protection, funny mask, reusable cotton shield. But yeah, so there's an example that to me that's funny. Like if you walk into a store wearing one of these, oh my god, I'm gonna open that in a new link. Look at that. You can get other ones too. You can do this. I mean, people, it's more of a gag gift, but oh my god, people will buy these. Even if they don't wear them, they'll buy them. So you could get really funny looking faces, and these are kind of like tweaked with Photoshop, but this is something you can do. This is something you can do. People think it's magic. We call it engineering. So it's kind of the old school print on demand style where you take something and you try and put some text on it. Now, wearing that on somebody's face is weird, but I think an engineer might wear that. It depends, right? I mean, to me, that's butt ugly. I'll be honest. And engineering's cut off on the bottom, but it doesn't matter because our opinions don't really matter on this. And don't worry about the prices. This is Amazon. Amazon is a race to the bottom always. We're not concerned with that. Here's some other patterns. Now these are more bandanas, but you could do the rainbow, the tie dye, the galaxy stuff. Here's one, another face one, right? Just a big smile. So those are quite entertaining. Let's go back here. And then you can do stuff like this too. So you got your zipper face. Oh god. So you can get really as creative as you want with these. And even if somebody like imagine you're a nurse or something. Well, I don't think a nurse would. Imagine you worked in a grocery store and you need a face mask and you're like, you know what, today I want to get a funny one. So I'm going to take this one, the zipper one. I'm going to bring it to work and I'm going to wear it for like the first 5 minutes and then I'll put on my other one, but just to get a laugh out of people, or maybe keep it on all day. So that's how you can position this stuff. You know, want to make people smile? Get the zipper face mask. And there's a whole bunch of other ones in here. There's a cat one. Like it, when I was looking on Amazon before, I was blown away by how many like different styles and different things are in here. And this is just Amazon. There's a smiley face. There's a plaid one, like I was talking about that before. This one is like a cat. So how that's a dog and a cat. So how easy would that be to replicate with your own design and just sell it? So if somebody loves dogs, they can go with that one. Somebody loves cats, they can go with that, or tigers, or elephants, or zebras, or whatever. Like think of all the animals that you could put onto a face mask and have, you know, people that love unicorns, you can make a unicorn one. There's just so many different options here. And I'm just scrolling down. Here's a plaid one that I was talking about before, because it doesn't have to be just funny or an animal or a job or anything like that. It could also just be a pattern. And when you go for patterns, that plaid one is probably doing very well. You know, it's because it's simple and people, maybe somebody has a red and black plaid shirt. They want to match it to their face mask. Well, there you go. Same with this one. Smiley face, that's cute. Boom, oh my God, Z. So I don't know what that is, but there you go. There are just so many different options on here. I haven't even really scrolled down yet. Look at this. A monkey face. Now that's more of a bandana, I think, but that's freaking hilarious. If I saw a dude wearing that, I'd want to be his friend. That's just good stuff. Look at that dog. Now these are gaiters, like their whole neck warmers, but you could easily do that on a face mask or that or this. Oh my God, that's kind of creepy, but look at all the options. Or that, the skeleton thing, that's cool. The flag. Like right now, the flag stuff, well, actually anytime the flag stuff would do very well on a face mask. We're all mad here. So this one really has a ton of different options. There's the one that I was talking about, like the bandana. You could do that style easily on a face mask. That's some art, some tie-dye. Mama needs a beer. There you go. Smile. That's cool. You do that. There's just an camouflage, simple camouflage one. Tell me that one sells super. Galaxy stuff, more flag stuff, more galaxy. There's one. It's just like what's that? A leopard? Yeah, leopard print. That'd go. Flowers. There's some kind of mermaid, I guess, and just solid colors too. But yeah, you could get as crazy or as simple as you want. There's just a flower one, floral one, and that's a gator, but you could easily put that onto a face mask. There's another one, like more of the um, modern camouflage, I guess. So all I did was go to Google, type in cool face masks, and it sent me to Amazon, and now I get like a whole ton of these. This sucks. That'd be good. Even if people don't like face masks, just give them this. This sucks. Or like this one, the finger, nice. I like dogs and maybe three people. Like I remember doing shirts that say all those sayings and all those slogans. If you've been in the print on demand game for a while, odds are you've got all these slogans sitting there that you've already got designs created from shirts and everything and coffee mugs. Man, you can translate all those over. There's a glitter one. Like I'm actually smiling. We're all mad here. Came, I saw, I forgot what I was doing. Censored. So you can see how creative people are getting. And if you think, well, I can't do one with the mouth thing because there's already a listing on Amazon. No, you can and you should, because how many, oh, man, hundreds of millions of people have to buy face masks now, and these do wear out. They don't last forever. Plus, they get kind of gross even if you wash them. So people will be replacing them. Okay, Karen. I feel so bad for anybody named Karen. That's not fun. Like this, make America great again. Hey, liberals, Trumping. So you could, I mean, the political stuff, oh my God, they eat that up. They love it. Either, whichever side you're on, the political stuff. Look at this one. Oh my God. That's good. Toothless Joe. Too funny. So people are getting super creative with that. Vampire. Oh, you could do a vampire one for Halloween. That, I love this. So that's kind of why I got into it, because I started looking through this and I was like, well, false. That's Dwight. Too funny. Okay, so I could go on and on and on, but I think you guys get the idea that there are tons of options, and that's just looking on Amazon. So if you're looking for motivation or inspiration, you don't know what to do, man, I just found a ton. And all I did was pretty much click the Amazon link there. And I clicked it because I didn't think there'd be many on there, but I guess Amazon's letting them on now. You could keep going through and you'll see even more, and you can go to images, you'll see even more. So they got like, I even saw this one, an LED mask, which I thought was hilarious. Now we can't really do those with the print on demand suppliers we have, but I'm sure some print on demand company is going to come out with an LED one soon. The only problem I can see is like tech issues where the battery dies or something like that. So we don't have to get into that, but it is an option if you want to get creative. I mean, you can put whatever you want on your store as long as you can fulfill it. But yeah, I think I saw an NBA player with that on, and it said vote or something on it. Now here's stuff like Giants. I think I saw. I don't want to get into the trademark stuff because you'll end up getting sued by the NFL, or especially Disney stuff. I know people always say, well, can I put up like some Disney characters? Well, you can, but I guarantee you they'll come after you. You'll probably lose your Etsy store too, because they have like dedicated departments to tracking down copyright infringement and trademark infringement. So just don't do it. And the argument people always try is, well, it's so easy to sell them. Yeah, because Disney spent a buttload on branding. So anyway, okay. I think you get the idea there. I'm gonna move this over. Let's minimize this. Oh, you mouse. You get the idea now. that there is so many different options. So now, what is a good price? You may have seen on there, I saw one as low as like $3.89. So I'm going to talk about price real quick for a second because I don't go cheap. I don't believe that lowest cost, like lowest cost is not always the best. And whenever you're selling something online, I know a lot of people say, well, I can't price it too high because people won't buy it. Well, yes, for one segment of the population, that is absolutely true. For another segment of the population, it's actually the opposite. So in my necklace sales, I've been slowly ratcheting up my prices. So I started out years ago at $27.95 to sell a necklace. And then I said, oh, well, that's working. Let's try $34.95. And I was like, they're still buying. Then I went up to $39.95 and I'm like, they're still buying. Maybe I could go up even higher. So I'm starting to go up even higher. And you know what? People are still buying. Because just because somebody sees product A on one site at a low price, and then they see product B on another site at a higher price, it doesn't mean they're not going to buy product B. Okay, so we have to kind of break down some mental hurdles here. So what you want to do is push the limits, and you'll be surprised. And if you're somebody who says, no, I always buy the cheapest stuff, I'm never going to price stuff high because I know I'll never buy it. Okay, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it, and I respect that. That's my new saying for 2020, but that doesn't mean everybody else is the same. So just keep in mind that a lot of people don't care. So think of this. Let's compare identical masks on two stores. So store number one is the lowest cost, attracts one set of buyers. Like I said, they buy based on price. They don't care about anything else. It's just, I got to find the cheapest. These are what I call the coupon people. So they go to like the grocery store and they'll go to one grocery store because they have all the coupons there and they want to just save that, $5.41 on their trip. So they'll spend hours putting together coupons or getting them on their app. And all that matters to them is saving money. They don't care if the food sucks, if it's low quality, if it's gross. They don't care. It's the lowest one, I'm buying it. That is definitely 100% one segment of the population that you can market to and you can target. You can do that. Nothing wrong with that. However, there's also a store two. So this would have the same mask at a different price. This is going to attract another set of buyers. They buy based on perceived quality. And how much it costs isn't the issue. The perceived value is. So this is why supercars exist. Because a car is just four wheels that get you from point A to point B. You could buy a cheap one for like, I don't know, a couple $100 a month. You can get like a brand new one. Or you can get into like a McLaren or a Bentley or something super expensive. And what's the difference? Well, I mean, the perceived difference is the quality, but really the quality is probably not all that different between the cheap car and the expensive car. It's just there is a segment of the population that just wants to spend the most money they can on a car because they feel that the perceived value and the perceived quality and the perceived everything is higher on that. The same thing applies to physical products like masks, like necklaces, like coffee mugs. You don't have to price things at the lowest to get the sale. You don't. Now, yes, you're not going to get the sale from the low cost shopper, but you will probably get the sale from the higher cost shopper. So if we have two identical stores on Etsy and one, all the same products, one prices them like $10 lower than the other, one store is going to attract the low cost shoppers, guaranteed. The other store is going to attract the high cost shoppers. Even if everything else is identical, the high cost shoppers just think that theirs is better. So they're willing to pay more to get it because they think the quality is better. They think maybe this company with a different name uses a different manufacturing process, and maybe the shipping times are better, and maybe it's higher quality. And it's funny, but when people pay more for something, they actually want it to work more. So I'll get into that in a second too. But don't get stuck. You have to accept that people will pay more even if you won't. So your opinion and on pricing is fine, but it doesn't matter. So that's what I wanted to get. If you don't take anything else away from this webinar, take that away. Don't be afraid to go higher than your competition. You'll be surprised. Now, here's a huge, huge benefit. The more someone pays, the less pain in the ass they will be. This is proven. This is like, not just me. I know for me personally, when I sell a low cost product, say I have a trading product, or yeah, so I've got a product, it's like $27. And I attract a lot of buyers because there's a lot of low cost buyers. But they're higher maintenance than the people that pay me like $1,000 for a product or $5,000 for a product. In fact, the people who pay me $5,000 are so into it that they want to make it work that they're actually putting in the effort to do it. It's the same with necklaces. When I sold necklaces super cheap, I even went down to $19.95 at one point. Um, I was finding on my Shopify store that I since closed, I would get more customer service emails on the low price stuff than I would on when I started raising my prices. As I raised my prices, my customer service endeavors went down dramatically because when people are paying more, it's just they have a different mindset and they're not as worried about, I ordered this yesterday, where is it? I ordered this 6 hours ago, why don't I have a tracking thing? They're not as worried about that stuff. So, sorry, paying more gets a different customer. And I'm not saying they're better, I'm just saying it's a different customer. Higher paying customers, here's what you get: less customer service, easier to deal with, more realistic expectations. They want to love the product. That's key too, right? So even if the product is like kind of, maybe there's a stitch out of it or something, they'll be like, you know what? This dude smoking a cigar face mask is hilarious. I don't care if there's a little thread hanging out the side. I'll just cut it off. And they're more likely to leave a good review. And we need those good reviews on Etsy big time. Whereas low paying customers, they are the type that will be like, I just ordered this. Where's my tracking number? It's been 2 days. I'm going to email you every day, 3 times a day until I get my product because I spent $4 and or whatever, $15 on this, and I better get it soon. And blah blah blah. They're more of a pain in the ass. And I hate to say it, but it's true. So they're harder to deal with. They're very picky. They're very particular, and they are higher maintenance. So which one do you want? Do you want the lower maintenance customer that's easier to deal with, or the higher maintenance customer that's a pain in the ass? Of course. How do you get there? You just price stuff higher. It's a simple move, and not enough people even consider it because they're so focused on, no, I gotta have my price low because it low's the way it goes, and I only buy low stuff, and nobody, So, which type do you want? It's a no-brainer. So are you pumped yet to see what's possible? I just gave away quite a bit there, but I don't want you to go cheap. Go higher. If anything, if in doubt, go higher. Okay. Let's move on to the second part now, and that is how to sell it. So we need a place to list our masks for sale, and it's simple. It's Etsy. It's a great place to sell products online. They have a lot of benefits to them. Why use them? I'm currently a little paranoid about running Facebook ads to masks, like I alluded to earlier, because I don't want to lose my ad account. I'm not 100% convinced that running masks on Facebook is going to be safe. Put it that way. I think I'm going to get banned, so I'm not doing that. I got too much running to put that at risk, so I'm not doing it. So what am I going to do? Well, create a store, and then I don't have to worry about Facebook ad bans. I don't have to worry about paying for traffic. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I mean, I could still get banned on Etsy, but that's only if I go really overboard. And I'm not planning on going really overboard. And when I say overboard, I mean like vulgar or something gross, or don't do that because then you might get banned. Or don't do any trademark stuff either. So the first benefit of Etsy, lots of free traffic. People love the word free. Whenever they hear free, especially marketers, they're like bees to honey. They're like, ooh, free traffic. I don't have to pay for it. Awesome, I'm in. But now there are downsides to that too, which I'll get to. But it's a benefit. There's free traffic. People go on Etsy, they type it in, they're looking to buy, and if your mask, aligns with what they're looking for, they're probably going to buy from you. Second benefit: print-on-demand companies have integrations. So one of the hardest part is, I don't know how to connect my Etsy store to a print-on-demand company because what do? How do I make sure the order goes through? How do I check the stuff? How do I make sure I have a good company? What about shipping times? Are they going to take forever to ship? Have I set the expectations correctly? You got to have all this in place. And there are integrations. And when I say integrations, I just mean you're hooking up your print-on-demand supplier to your Etsy store so that when an order goes through, it's all automatic. So you don't have to take the order from Etsy, go to your print-on-demand supplier and manually give it to them, and then manually take the tracking numbers and all that and update your store. It's all automated. So it's very cool that way. I love that. The first drawback: Etsy charges fees upon fees upon fees upon fees for using their platform, and they've gotten worse from what I understand, but that's like a cost of doing business. So it's kind of like taxes, we have to pay them no matter what. If we don't pay them, we're in deep trouble. With Etsy, if you don't pay them, you don't get to use their store. So think of the Etsy fees as taxes. That's all it is. It's awful. It sucks, but and they seem to be going up. But without their traffic, we're not going to make the sales anyway. So we just have to kind of absorb it and smile and move on. So fees suck, but there is a lot of fees with Etsy. Like 20 cents to list something is nothing, but when you're going to list 1,000 things, now you're at like $200 just to list it. You don't even know if it's going to sell. So that's a drawback, but it's something that we have to grin and bear. Second drawback, and this is the one that I hate the most, is you have to do customer service. So that is not good at all. I don't like that. I hate customer service, but that's why I kind of talked about pricing too, because you can reduce your customer service workload simply by increasing your prices. And the second way is by being upfront and honest about delivery times. So if if your print on demand company says, "Oh yeah, like 2 weeks it'll be delivered," then on your listing put 4. Okay, it's always better to come in faster than your estimated time than to go over your estimated delivery time. And this is where a lot of people get into trouble because number one, they price things as low as they possibly can because they're only after that one segment of the population that goes for low cost products. That's a number one mistake. Number two is they're setting unrealistic expectations on their shipping times and on their listings, and they're saying, well, the print on demand company said 8 to 15 days, so I'm going to put 8 to 15 days, whereas I'm going to put 15 to maybe 30 days, 15 to 21 days, maybe I'm going to even go 21 to 28 days for shipping. I'm going to set that up front so that the customer knows, you know what, you're going to have to wait for this because we're in some crazy times. Shipping is slow all around the world, and this is not going to get to you like Amazon Prime. We're not Amazon Prime. So if you say all that stuff up front on the listing, yeah, your conversion rate will drop a bit, but there will be people that will go, you know what, I respect that. At least they're being honest. So now I don't have to worry about it. And now I know that this company is not going to put some fake delivery times just to get my sale. And then I'm going to be pissed off later when I have to follow up with them 45,000 times. So price it high, set good expectations, customer service workload will be reduced. Guaranteed. Okay. We can handle it. Now, you want to see a store? Okay, cool. Let's go to Etsy. So I purposely didn't go there before because I didn't want to give away this part, but here we go. So let's just go to Etsy.com. And I don't know if mine's gonna come up or not, but I had 3 on here at one point. So let's go face. And what do we got? So these ones are bestseller, 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 free delivery, bestseller, bestseller. You can see that there are a lot of people on here that are putting them too cheap. And so that's cool. We don't even have to participate in that fight. We can have our own customer segment. So let's just go to one. I'm looking for one with a lot of reviews on here. So because they probably have a lot of products. Oh, adult breathable cotton mask. Here's one. And I want to go to the store. So Love and Lux Handmade. So I'm just going to load up their store. This is an Etsy store. Here we go. So this is Medicine Hat, Alberta. Oh, Canadian. On Etsy since 2014. Look at this. Holy crapsicles. That's a lot of sales. 18,509. What are they selling? Looks like a little bit of everything. Kids face masks too. That's another thing. I didn't even talk about that. You can get kids face masks. Very cool. So this is what your store looks like. It's a basic setup. You got your little header image. It's going to say your shop owner, a little picture. They don't have a profile set up here, which is weird, like a profile image or icon. But your name, and then it gets into, you can put announcements up here. There's a description. Then you get into the items. And then down the left, you can put different categories. So I'm looking for face masks. Gifts for him, gifts for her. Or you can search too. So if I want to put this, let's just only look at masks that they have. So they have 1,085 products on here. And they've got how many? 57 face masks. So this person's been doing it for a while. And if you want to see like, what's working, then go to Etsy and start going to stores and typing in face masks. And anytime you see bestseller below there, that's a good sign. And remember, we're going to be a little bit different on Etsy because we're not going to be racing to the bottom. So I will never price something at $12.27 ever. Too cheap. Because when I look at that, I go, oh, okay, so that's a solid kid size face mask for $12.27. That's cheap. I don't want it. Is there any that are more expensive? And I know some of you are like, no, I've never thought that in my life. Well, a lot of people do. So we're going to bump our prices up a little bit higher than our competition so that we get that other customer segment. And there's embroidered, there's cat ones, there's a whole bunch of different other ones, but that's your store. So if I wanted to order, say this one, or let's look at this one. So I click it. So somebody's going to search like I did. They're going to find the mask. They're going to come through to a listing, and then it's just a product page. And here's the key to it all. The title. So if we're reading this, it says children's face mask with panda face design, child size washable face mask with filter pocket, reusable kids face mask, zoo dust mask. That makes no sense, right? If you're reading it and you're like, well, it's a dog face mask for a kid. Why didn't they put dog face mask for a kid? Because this person knows what they're doing. And all these words are keywords that people are typing in here to find it. So if people are typing in children's face mask with panda face, then I'll just go with this. This is how people shop on Etsy. They search, they find it. I don't know where this one is. Oh, there's a raptor one. Don't do that. There it is, right there. And then here's where you're looking and you see bestseller. That's a good sign. So let's just go back to this one. So they saw it, they saw the image, saw it, all good. And now look at, you've got options, non-custom, custom, mask and 10 filters, mask and black bag. So this person's put together a whole bunch of kind of upsells. And then the quantities you can do, and then add to basket. So the cool part about face masks too is people will buy more than one because they know that, you know, one's going to get lost, one's going to get just become gross from use, one's going to, you know, I'm going to wash it and it just won't have that same smell to it. So they're going to want a constant resupply. It's not on the level of like toilet paper resupply, but it is a resupply that's going to happen. So they're going to buy more than one. So that's a very cool thing too. So if it were me, I wouldn't. She's got a lot more sales in Etsy than I do, but I wouldn't do this. Mask and 10 filters. Instead, I would do like buy 2, get 1 free, buy 3, or buy 5, get 3 free, or something like that. That's what I would do to try and upsell them. But you know, this lady obviously knows what she's doing. And then down the side here, they got all the different type of images. Now I don't know why that's in there. Oh, embroidered with initials. Okay. That's an upsell. How to care for it. That's a good idea too. Travel bag. Let's put mine in my pocket, which I don't know how gross that is, but then there's reviews, and then down at the bottom, there's more from that store. So that's just an example of an Etsy store. So the basic gist is people go here, they start searching, then they start clicking, and then they'll go through to your product listing, and most people will even go to the store itself and they'll start looking at the store. Here's a better example of a store. They got a big header. Now, one tip, don't worry so much about this big header because people do look at Etsy on their phone too. And we want to make sure that it loads fast. So if you have a gigantic header that's just, you know, a huge image size, it might slow down the load time. I haven't really looked at Etsy on the app in a while, but this is cool. She's got the same model doing it all. Very consistent look. And these are just patterns where 20 people have this in their basket. So that, wow, 17 people, 20. So these are popular. You can see just simple patterns are pretty popular. And if you want to look at this one, let's say, one thing I won't do is I won't give them all these options on a listing. These would all be separate listings because with this type of it's just confusing. Like, which one do I want? Puppy, seahorse. There's too many options here, in my opinion. These should all be separate listings because it just makes it easier for the person to buy. When somebody's online and they're trying to buy something, the more options you give them, the less their chance of converting into a customer. And that's proven. So I don't like the setup of this one at all. This is probably an example of what not to do. There's too many options. Split these out into individual listings. I think it'd be better. Anyway, that's Etsy. That's what we're going to do. We're going to build one of these, and we are actually going to list our products on it, just like, and hopefully we can beat this lady who has 118,000 sales since 2004. So let's do some quick math on that. She has, so we are in 2020, so that's 6 years. 19,000 sales a year, 19,751. That's pretty good for Etsy. That's really good. So, and she's not paying for traffic. People are just typing it in, and then she'll just fulfill it. And now I could show you the back end too, but we'll get into that in the training on the forums itself. So that's what we're going to be doing, masks and Etsy. Very cool. So now what? You create your store. But you got to slow down though. It can be difficult if you attempt this alone. So what if someone out there could teach you in detail? That'd be pretty cool, right? I bet that would help. And that's how I got started online back in 2005. But let's finish this off. Time for the third part, then we'll close up shop here. How to ensure success. So wouldn't that be nice? So the reality check is this is not a simple thing we're talking about. There's lots of moving parts. It can be complicated to figure out. You need a couple things before you can even start. So you need an idea, a design, place to upload it, a way to integrate products, a plan for customer service, and a schedule to follow. So a little bit different than typical requirements, but you still need all of these. So how do you do this? You've got your two options again. You've got the easy way and the hard way. So the hard way, go for it on your own. Start your store, list some masks, integrate them with your print-on-demand supplier, go for it. You can do it. You can try it. Nothing wrong with that. The hard way to succeed is like, go to YouTube, search for how to sell on Etsy. You're gonna get the following: different opinions, different styles, outdated methods, shifty people, tons of ways. You're probably gonna get people recommending you price it as low as possible. Not me. Then go try each one on your own. See what happens. Now you've got something. You don't have a solution, but it's something. You've got information overload. You have so many options that you now don't know where to start, which typically leads to overthinking and overanalyzing. So you do nothing and you go back to square one, and that route stinks. I don't suggest it for anyone ever at any time. Instead, take the easy route. Learn from someone who's been there, done that, and has a t-shirt. So let's go back to 2005 for a second so I can show you what I did. I took the easy way. I was working at TD Ameritrade, took the night shift so I could search the internet, found a mentor. He taught me all about my first business, which was secured loan leads online and selling them to banks in the UK. And without him, I'd still be at my 9-to-5 job. I wouldn't be on this webinar right now. So, hey, you want to lose weight? What do? Find someone to teach you how. And with weight loss too, accountability is huge. And I'm finding it's the same with online stuff. Accountability is gigantic. If we're as humans, we're too easy on ourselves. So we needed to be a part of a group that's going to hold us accountable. I think that works very, very well. Want to learn to scuba dive? Find someone to teach you how. Don't just go. Well, actually, you can't even rent tanks without a license. So, or being certified. Sorry. So you have to find someone to teach you how. You want to learn to fly a plane? Can't just go to the airport and hop in one. You got to find someone to teach you how. This is absolutely no different. You need to find someone to teach you how. I keep saying that, don't I? No matter what, the best way is to have someone teach you how. Do you get my opinion on that? It's also the best way to ensure success. So, which brings me to the last part of this training. At the beginning, I did say I have an offer for you, and I do. I have something awesome for you. But first, let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying it so far? Hope you're nodding your head yes. You think this stuff can work for you? Of course it can. So far we covered what to sell, face masks, how to sell it, Etsy, how to ensure success, get some help. So my question is, do you want to take things to the next level? Of course. So I want to introduce to you my Etsy and Face Mask Challenge 2020. So the info and the methods I've shown you today only scratch the surface, not even a dent, to be honest. So the Etsy and Face Mask Challenge 2020 is all about showing you the exact system to follow by watching me over the shoulder, step by step, in excruciating detail to find ideas, get them created, sell them profitably, in this case, on Etsy. So what is it? It is training and support. Where is it? It's on my forums. How much is it? I'll get to that in a second and you'll be shocked. Sound pretty sweet? It is. So here's what you get. 3 live training webinars. Week 1 is like research and setting. Week 2 is launching and tracking. Week 3 is not ad campaigns. Week 3 is scheduling. Got to update that slide. Get started videos before. There actually aren't any for this one because we're going to do everything on the live training. It's over the shoulder. You watch me do it, then you do it in your store. Okay, it's full training, step by step in detail, and that's just the training. There's another aspect to it as well. You don't have to go at this alone. No need to fly solo anymore. If you've ever tried talking to someone about online stuff, you can see they're like, that's wait, what? I have no idea what you just said. That's what people do for me every time I start talking about my business. What's the solution? It's a group of people who speak your language. And that's what the second part is. It's access to the PPC Coach members only forums. So what you get with that is it's a members only forum. It's right on my site. Looks great on mobile too. I had to make sure that happened. Available 24/7. Get support, network with others, people who are in your shoes, people who help you out, and it's led by me. So it is definitely as valuable as training itself. So you get training and support. Does that sound pretty good? But that's not all. You also get access to the previous challenges. So this is my first rodeo. There's 10 challenges now on the forums, and you get access to all of them right away. They're already done. And people did already succeed with these. We ran the following. We ran 2 for Christmas, 1 for Valentine's Day. We ran a funny coffee mug, 2 Mother's Day ones, 1 Father's Day, 1 for teachers' gifts, and we just did 2 for the wedding season too. You get full access to them immediately. That's huge. There's 3 hours of training in each one of those, and they're all live training sessions that are recorded and posted on the forums, plus all the questions and answers that people have already had. So you can really accelerate your learning curve just by going through the old ones, let alone the new one that we're about to go into. So it's a ton of value for a great price, combined value of almost $4,000, but not charging that much, not even close. So what is the cost? You're gonna love this. Option 1, $1. You get a $1 trial for 7 days, and then it'll convert to my $50 a month. You can cancel at any time via your own PayPal account or Stripe account, whatever you want to do. You don't even have to contact me if you want to cancel. So go to ppc-coach.com/join, and you can get in there right away. I'll show you what they look like in a second. Option 2 is the yearly option. So it's $499.90 per year, charged every year. That gets you 2 months free. So that gets you 2 challenges for free. It's equivalent of $41.66 monthly, but it saves you money long term. And again, you can cancel at any time. So it's a membership site. You can cancel at any time. You're not locked in. I don't lock people in. I had an account with Infusionsoft. They locked me in for a year, and I was so annoyed because I used it like once and I couldn't figure it out. It was so complex, and I couldn't cancel. They're like, "Oh, you can cancel, but it's like a $300 fee to cancel, or like a whatever they prorate the cancellation fee based on how far in you are." I was like, "That's just ridiculous. You shouldn't have to lock somebody into something." So you're not going to want to cancel because every month another challenge launches on the site. That's what I've been doing for a long time. I've set it now the first Thursday of every month, a new challenge starts. So it's 1st September, it's this one. October, November, and December are all Christmas challenges. And these are going to be different products that we show, maybe even the same products. We're going to be using paid traffic a lot for the Christmas buying season. But this Etsy and Face Mask challenge is going to have your store in place so that when we hit the Christmas season, you're going to be making money, which is going to be awesome. So we've got all these. The first Thursday of every month, a new challenge starts. So there's 12 per year. It's wicked. That's why you'll stick around. The key is constant updates and new challenges. Are you in? I hope so. How about a bonus? So this is a fast action bonus. The first 5 people to get the yearly option will get a 30-minute call with me on Skype with yours truly. We can wait until you're up and running a bit, or we can do it before you're up and running just to get you motivated. Okay, that's up to you. Let's chat, see if I can help. Tell me what you're doing, and I'll offer my advice and help you out. So the warning, that's only for the first 5 who purchase the yearly option. So please act fast. Now, a lot of people say, what's the guarantee? Guarantee on a buck? Man, it's simple. If you do nothing, you're going to get nothing. Nothing will change in your life. If your first question is, hey, what's your refund policy? Then please don't buy. We're not a good fit. Your mindset's not right. If you take action, follow the challenge, you're going to succeed. So what I'm saying is if you want to change, then do it. So if all this did was teach you how to profit from selling face masks on Etsy, would it be worth it? If all it did was give you support via the members only forums, would it be worth it? And all it did was save you thousands of dollars trying to figure this out on your own, would that be worth it? I think so. So let's say you want to hit 10,000 per month. You have 2 basic options. Option 1, do it alone. Go to YouTube or Facebook group, search for how to sell stuff online, how to sell stuff on Etsy. find tons of conflicting info, get confused, get overloaded, overthink it, second guess yourself, waste time, waste energy, and struggle. Option 2, let me teach you. Watch me do it. Replicate it with your store. Watch me on every dashboard. Know what buttons to push. Know what settings are best. Know how to set up properly. Know how to manage. Know how to scale. Know how to connect all the dots. Save time, save money, and be happy. So which option do you prefer? It's a complete no-brainer. If you have questions, send me an email, ppccoach@gmail.com. What's the difference between now and later? Now you might be struggling. Maybe you tried some stuff with Facebook ads that didn't work, so you want to shift gears. No problem. Let's do that. Later, you're not going to be struggling anymore. This is a limited time offer. It won't be available forever. Now, some common questions that I get all the time. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'll show you what the forums look like too. So why a membership site? It's more organized versus a Facebook group. Less worry about building a business on Facebook for me. More control, which means a better program, and it's easy to view on mobile. And I'm coming up on the 1-year anniversary of this too, and it works, and it works very well. 1 year of the version 57 of the face of the forums. How is it delivered? It's online via the forums. It's videos that'll get you set up before each challenge, and then 3 live training sessions during each challenge. There aren't set up videos for this challenge, so I got to remove that, but all the other ones do have it. What if I can't make a session? No problem. Replays will be posted right in the members only forums, available to view anytime. I'm spelling error. When can I start? Right now. You get instant access to the forums. Get started now. There's already stuff going on. There's already people in there. Do you need a store? Yes, you will need an Etsy store. I will teach you how to set that up. And it's not very difficult. It's just a couple steps you have to go through. What if I don't get Facebook ads? No problem. We're not using them for this challenge. We're going to be relying on free traffic from Etsy. So what about the next challenge? Well, you pay monthly or yearly. You get in on all challenges. As long as you're a member, you're in. Join once, get in on multiple challenge. Pretty cool deal. When are they? Every month. New one starts first Thursday of each month. Schedules in the membership. I just keep doing them. This is how I've been running my business for years, and it works very well. So what daily budget do I need? You don't need to pay for traffic for this one. Okay, you can do designs yourself, or you can outsource them to Fiverr. So you can go as fast or slow as you want. If you want to do your own designs, that's cool. If you want to outsource, that's cool too. So what if I have more questions? Email me, Skype me, go to the group. Did you join yet? Awesome. I'm going to see you in the forums in a minute. If you're still on the fence, here's a couple testimonials. One from Mandy. I've known Will for a few years, have a couple of his courses. You'll always learn something from him, whether you're at the beginning, intermediate, or advanced stage of your business. He teaches what's working for him now, and he teaches a simple and easy to understand way. I was able to implement one of his courses, and within the first lesson, made my investment back. Here's another one from Oliver. I don't usually make public posts on Facebook, but feel I need to tonight. Will, you could be spending your time making money for yourself instead of creating such great, insightful content. I truly believe you genuinely care and want to help people. You got me started with print on demand back in February. I'm already seeing great success. I've hit several bumps along the way, but just believe in yourself that you can do this, and you will. Take care. Then one from Chris. Been following Will for nearly 3 years now, and to this day, I think he's one of the best in the business when it comes to coaching print on demand and Facebook ads. Purchased a couple of the courses in the past, and they've been great. Everything he teaches has been battle tested and proven, so you can trust the strategies that he shares. Definitely follow this guy. You won't regret it. Want more testimonials? Cool. Go there. I've been doing this for a long time. I got a lot of them. What happens after you order? You get immediate access to the forums. Want to see them? No sweat. Let's just pull them over here. And here they are. So when you come in, there's the intro section. There's the general discussion. And you can see there's a lot of threads and posts already in here. There's a success section. That was me on August 23rd, just pulling over 500 profit. So I can go into this one, show you that. Now this is necklaces and Facebook ads, but like I said, we're smack in the middle of the worst time of the year, bar none. It's hard to make money right now with POD. Last few weeks of August historically stunk for me and others, but I did over 500 profit in a day. There's my screenshot. There's my 3 Facebook ad accounts that are running that. So it does work. I don't teach theory. I just teach what works. Here's where the challenge is, right here. So you go in here, and it's live training session. So you're going to click here to register for them all. Number 1, 2, and 3, right? And then we keep everything in there. And here's all the completed ones. I got to reorder this. Just going 9, 8, 10. That's out of order. So there's 10 in here, and you can go in and view them all, see what happened. And then the upcoming ones are down here. So there's no threads in there, but we do have a lot of members. We do have a lot of messages. We do have a lot of threads. This is just a great resource for you to use. And I'm in here daily answering questions. So I'll just go in and people are in here asking questions, and we just go and, a lot of Facebook accounts are getting restricted. So got to help them out with that. And there are ways to do that. So that is the forums. That's where everything takes place. And the replays are just posted right in here. So if you can't make one, I'll go to the last one right here in this thread. So you can see there's setup videos in there. And then down here is the replays of all the training sessions that we did already. So it's not a new format. It works very well. And we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the newest version of the forums, but I launched these back in 2007 originally. So I'm going to pull that aside. Thanks for watching. I can't wait to help you succeed. If you're having trouble with the URL, it's ppc-coach.com/join. So don't go to the non-hyphenated version. Make sure you put the hyphen in there. Oh, somebody's already in. The training session link in the forum doesn't work. Click here to register. Oh, I'll fix that. Sorry about that. I will definitely fix that. So thanks for coming. Appreciate your time. Go join now if you haven't already. If you have questions, email me or go to the group, the free Facebook group, and we'll answer them there. I'll just go through a couple here real quick, and then we'll close this off. So, is some of this the same as our Gear Bubble 3? No, the Gear Bubble course is Facebook ads and paid traffic for necklaces. This is Etsy and masks, completely different. Yeah, I made a spelling mistake. Well, actually, I probably made like 3 spelling mistakes. What platforms are the other challenges? Gear Bubble? No, there's Shine On too in there. Just got the monthly right on. And I'll fix that link. Yep. Oh yeah, there is a replay. I'll send out a replay on this one. Can I target people from where people are on Facebook ads? Yes, you can. Oh, from where people are from. Oh, that's more difficult. I've never been able to figure that out. I don't think you can. Like hometown. I wish there were. It'd be nice if you could just go target everybody whose hometown is this. That would be awesome. But I'm 99% sure you can't do that. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. Sorry. It would be good though. All right, so again, just to summarize, it's Etsy, it's Facebook masks, not Facebook ads. It's masks on face masks. I don't know why I can't get that out. So there's no paid traffic for this one. I mean, Etsy has an option where you can pay to boost your listings, but we may get into that, but it's optional. So you can rely on their internal search. People are going to Etsy to look for stuff to buy. So they're typing in. So it's kind of like Google or shopping ads in a way, except you're not paying for the ad. So I guess it's not like it. The buyer intent is there is what I'm trying to say. So somebody goes there and they're definitely looking for a mask to buy. And if we have something that speaks to them and they like it, then they might go with ours. And that's where, you go on there and you see, well, everybody else is at 14.29. So I better be at 14.28. Well, not me. I'm the opposite. You'll see. I'll teach you. You'll love it. It's all good. Plus, the other bonus of raising your prices is you put more money in your pocket, which is kind of nice. So you could afford later on to boost some listings if you really wanted to. Right on. Okay. I've got a lot of people joined already. I'll see you in the forums. Ask any questions you want in there. If you haven't joined and you have questions, email me or just go to the Facebook group. Thank you again, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a great day, and we will see you soon.